My name's Don Cadge. I'll be bringing you play-by-play tonight. With us to do color commentary tonight are both Bill Adolph and Stan Johnson. Bill, the Cougars come into the game 5-0, 4-0 in the Central League. Harriton, on the other hand, had a win in their first game, but they've lost 4 straight in the Central League. On paper, this would appear to be a bit of a mismatch. How do you see tonight's game going?
Well, just to keep everybody interested in the game, I think it's going to be a very interesting game. But in reality, I think the Cougars are going to kick their butt.
Well, we'll have to see about that. Harriton, in their first game, played a Philadelphia school, Kensington High School, and they were victorious by the score of 43-18. Since then, they've lost to Radnor, Garnet Valley, Marple Newtown, and Lower Merion. The Cougars, on the other side, started with a big non-league game against Perkiomen Valley. It was nip and tuck the whole way. The Cougars coming out with a 33-31 win. Since then, Springfield has defeated Marple Newtown 34-17, Lower Merion 62-21, Pencrest 36-14, and then this past Monday, Springfield went over to Upper Darby and took care of the Royals 48-19. So at this point, we're going to pause to honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Bill, before coming over here this evening, we had some pizza at our house, and our daughter Wendy and her kids came over. She was telling me that when she was at Springfield High School, class of 1993, Chris Britton was also in that class. They sat next to each other in homeroom class, BR and CA. And what I said back to Wendy, I'd like your thoughts on this, is that Coach Britton, who was just honored for his 100th victory on Monday, he has really built a program here at the high school. It's taken a while for the Cougars to get to this point, and Coach Britt has been a major part of that, both on the defensive side of the ball and now as head coach. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Well, I think, first of all, he's all about football. He's all about football. I coached Chris Britton many, many years ago, and he then became an assistant coach with myself at St. Francis, okay? And Chris Britton understands football. He understands what you need to win, and he's just an outstanding coach. And we're so proud of him, and with his 100th win last week.
So Harriton kicker Jacob Bodenkamp just kicked the ball off, squibbed it off to the right. Flags are flying. It went out of bounds. That will be a penalty on the Rams. So the Cougars will get outstanding field position to start their first drive tonight.
Don, I think you're going to see the Cougars run the football. They're averaging over 42 points a game. That's just amazing.
Yeah, I found a really good website today that has all kinds of statistics, both for the individual players and the team. To your point, the Cougars, while we've thrown the ball somewhat this year, it's been mostly a pound the rock traditional high school program with Tanner Cole and Luke Valerio leading the way. Run ably, I should say, by sophomore quarterback John Hopkins. Speaking of John Hopkins, he's over center. Back to pass goes Hopkins. Long pass downfield is incomplete, intended for Mike Neville. Well, who would have thought the Cougars would go for the gusto on play number one, Mr. Adolph?
Well, I think Coach Britton had a little surprise for them, but and you know that play could have been completed, okay, just off the hands, okay.
So listen to these numbers. Tanner Cole has run the ball 45 times for 551 yards. That's 12.2 yards per carry average. We'll talk about Luke Valerio here in a minute. Once again, over centers, John Hopkins. It's time to hand off. Goes to Valerio around the left side. He streaks down the left sideline. There goes Luke to the house. Touchdown for Springfield. A 51-yard run for Luke Valerio. And after 16 seconds, the Cougars have taken a 6-0 lead.
Well, I think you're going to see a lot of that, Don. There's definitely some mismatches up front there, okay? And you saw the speed that Luke has, and they're going to have the Rams are going to have a very difficult time stopping the Springfield Cougars run the football.
So it looks like the place kicker tonight is going to be Shane Kilroy. Shane's our tight end. He's a junior at the high school.
I'm not sure with that penalty. They may run the football.
Yeah, usually when there's an offsides penalty, you're absolutely right. They usually end up going for two. That's what they're going to do. TJ Valetti up back. Valerio tailback. He gets the ball. And he goes in for two.
Off a tackle.
So, a two-play drive, and that's 8 points for Springfield. And with 11:44 remaining in the first quarter, it's Springfield 8, Harriton nothing. So let's talk about some of those individual stats for Springfield, Bill. We mentioned Tanner Cole. Luke Valerio has 475 yards on 72 carries. He's averaging 6.6 per carry. Overall, as a team, to your point about running the ball this year, Springfield's run 187 running plays for just over 1,400 yards. The Cougars are averaging a very, very healthy 7.5 yards per rush. And 187 rushes, the Cougars have only attempted 43 passes. Of course, Springfield's been ahead in a lot of these games, so there's really no need to pass when you're protecting leads. But still, the offense this season's been going through those two outstanding tailbacks, Tanner Cole and Luke Valerio in particular, but a handful of other guys have also gotten some yards
without question. Luke had 5 TDs last week.
The kickoff man on that play was Mike Franks. That's a new wrinkle.
He certainly handled it better than the Eagles handled that the kickoff last week.
So Harriton will put the ball in play at their own 28-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go for the Rams. Handoff over the left side. A little bit of room there by Solomon Tolbert. Gains 4. So another new wrinkle, Bill and Stan, is the down marker is lighted tonight on the far side. Second down, that's something new.
That certainly really helps everybody, really. Everybody in the stands, everybody on the field, and us in the booth.
The quarterback tonight for Harriton is number 18, Josh Fishbein. He's back in the shotgun. Handoff over the right side this time. Ball carrier gets up over the 30, back to 31 for a short gain.
The Cougars linebackers have done an outstanding job this year stopping the run.
So no gain on that play, actually. It'll be 3rd down, 7 yards to go for Harriton. Michael Franks and Zion Colbreth on the stop for Springfield on that last play. Harriton shows a trips left formation, 1 receiver to the right, empty backfield. Man in motion. Short pass to the man in motion. Excellent coverage by Springfield.
Real nice play by the Cougars defense there.
Tanner Cole came up, made a nice play from his linebacker position. Back to receive the punt for Springfield. 2 players, Luke Valerio on the far side, on the near side, and Mike Neville on the far side. Fair catch by Luke Valerio, and once again Springfield will have excellent starting field position here at their own 48-yard line.
The Rams punter thought he got roughed up there after the punt, but he looks like he's a pretty good actor.
Hopkins over center, I formation. Handoff to Tanner Cole on the slant. There goes Cole down the left-hand side on the slant, and Tanner is going to take it to the house. Well, Bill, 3 plays, 2 long touchdown runs. And we've only played 2 minutes and 43 seconds. Wow.
Yeah, this is going to be a lopsided game. There's no question about it. You can just see the difference in size between the 2 teams.
So the holder for Springfield is Ryan Powers. The kicker is Shane Kilroy. The kick is up. It's a line drive. And the kick is no good. So with 9 minutes, 17 seconds remaining in the first quarter, the Cougars have jumped out to a quick early 14-0 lead.
That was a nice counter play, and he wasn't even touched.
Yeah, that's one of Springfield's bread and butter plays. I think the reason why Tanner Cole is averaging more than 12 yards per carry is that exact play, because he's busted a few of them, which obviously makes your average go up.
Well executed.
And his speed, if you can get the opposition moving at all the other way, and he's running counter to that, and he gets a little bit of an opening, he's gone with his speed. Tanner Cole, quite the weapon, along with Luke Valerio this season.
Without question.
Michael Franks once again tees the ball up on the 40-yard line. Franks approaches the ball, Goes down the center of the field, bobbled. It's back inside the 10 and fallen on deep in Harriton territory. So if it's not tough enough to be down 14-0 already, now you have 95 yards to go to get back in the ball game. Not a good start for the Harriton Rams, Bill.
I saw that play about 3 or 4 times down at the Lincoln Financial last Sunday. You know, the Eagles had a very difficult time fielding those line drives with the bounce. It's a difficult catch, but you got to make sure that you're back far enough where it's not that difficult.
Yeah, once you get that football on the ground spinning around, you're right, it is tough.
It's a tough catch.
That pigskin can be pretty slippery.
Oh,
right,
yes.
Bill?
Yes. Especially off the AstroTurf.
And off around the right side. Running back goes nowhere. Good pressure and pursuit by the left side of the defensive line of Springfield. Got Alex McGinnis, Mike Franks, Tommy Griffin out there on the left side of that line. Linebackers are Tanner Cole and Sebastian Simone, along with TJ Valetti. Shotgun formation this time for the Rams. It's a fake, and the quarterback is tackled close to the goal line. Referees are going to say he did get forward progress outside the goal line. So the Rams started in bad field position, and it's gotten worse from there.
Just getting worse.
And now it's 3rd and long for the Rams. Quarterback Josh Fishbein went to the bench that time for some instructions to keep our eye on the back judge. It's taking some time here to get this playoff. Fishbein back to pass. Throws it over the middle. Good throw, but the ball's dropped. Thought they were going to have a completion there, Bill, but the receiver couldn't hold on to it.
I think Alex McGinnis broke it up. Number 53.
Neville and Valerio are standing at the Harriton 35-yard line to receive this punt. Now Neville takes off. The punt is blocked out of the end zone, and that will be a safety. So add 2 more points to the Cougars' ledger. That makes it 16-0 in favor of Springfield.
Yeah, it's difference in size, speed, and ability is obvious.
So we have a couple minutes. We're about midway through the season, and we have some information about district playoffs. Springfield competes at the 5A level. Right now, the Cougars are the top seed at 5A. We'll see if that changes as the schedule gets tougher for the remainder of the season, which we'll also talk about tonight. But yes, right now, Springfield is number 1. Strathaven is at 5, Pencrest at 10, and Garnet Valley at 11. So we have 4 of the 6 5A Central League schools that, if the season ended tonight, would qualify for districts. By the way, Radnor's at 17, Marple Newtown's at 19, so both of those teams have a chance as well. Needless to say, the Central League is a powerhouse at the 5A level in District 1. Harriton this year is competing at the 4A level. There's only 8 teams in the district of that size. Harriton ranked 6th right now. There's a flag being thrown. That'll probably be a blocking penalty on Springfield as Valerio takes it to the house. I think this one's probably going to come back.
I think you're right, Don. I think you're right.
Illegal block by Springfield.
Happened early in the run.
I'll tell you, on the outside so far, Harriton's not putting up much, if any, resistance. The outside of the field, both on those 2 running plays and on that kickoff return, wide open. Springfield running backs and kickoff returners are running free out there on the outsides. Harriton's going to need to figure that out and tighten it up somehow. So they're marking off the penalty. We'll bring it back into Springfield territory.
I'm looking for the first tackle by the Rams.
So the ball is at the Springfield 45-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go for the Cougars. High formation. Valetti in front of Valerio. Back to pass down the middle for Neville. It's a long pass down the field. Go the Cougars again. This is kind of a clinic so far.
Don, I'm not 100% sure if I've ever seen a game such as this. They've had 4 offensive plays and 3 touchdowns.
And scored 22 points, maybe 23 in 5 minutes and 3 seconds. That is hard to do. You're right, Bill.
I don't believe I've ever seen it before.
Kilroy in for the extra point. Flags are flying. Looks like Springfield might have jumped on that one. So they'll move it back 5 yards. So Ryan Powers will kneel at the 15-yard line. Center Jackson DeConti to Powers. The kick by Neville is up. And it once again or Shane Kilroy, I should say. Kick is no good. So with 6:57 remaining in the first quarter, score is now Springfield 22 and Harriton nothing.
Their offense looks tremendous. Okay, obviously, I think Springfield is going to have to improve on their kicking game. Okay, because when you're playing one of the better teams in the league, every point counts, and those extra points, I don't know what the percentage should be, but it should be 95 plus.
Yeah, the Cougars have been struggling with their kicking game this year. I would suggest that all aspects of it, the punting, the kickoffs, the extra points, that's an area of opportunity for Springfield to get better. You're right. So Mike Franks, once again, will kick off for Springfield. End over end kick. Taken by number 10. That's Spencer Havey. Carries the ball up over his 30. Close to the 35-yard line. Nice return by Havey. So this will be the best field position the Rams have had so far tonight. We mentioned the schedule getting tougher after tonight, Bill. Next Saturday night, Cougar fans need to be notified. The game next weekend is not on Friday night. It's Saturday night at 7 o'clock. The Fords of Haverford, the preseason favorite in the Central League, come to town. That should be an unbelievable game. The Fords have maybe the best player in the league in their tailback, Liam Taylor. Cougars are going to have a big challenge next Saturday night against Haverford. There's a sideways pass. They're rolling it a forward pass, so that'll be an incompletion. And it will be 2nd and 10 for Harriton.
The Haverford will be a real test for the Cougars next week.
The Fords were upset by Pencrest a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
In a tremendous game. And then last week, Haverford came right back and beat Strathaven in what could only be described, because I watched it on live stream, it was smash mouth all the way. I think the final score was 10-6. Those two teams just up the middle, up the middle, up the middle the whole game. It was unbelievable. It was like a battle of attrition. That pass is incomplete, intended for Damon Bailey, number 1. Damon's a freshman at Harriton High School. That'll make it 3rd down, 10 yards to go for the Rams. Fishbein hands off to Solomon Tolbert up the middle. Gains about 3. And once again, the Rams are going to be forced to punt. Number 30 for Harriton, Jacob Bodenkamp, does all the punting and kicking for Harriton. Good snap. This time the punt's away. And a hit on the ground. Take kind of a neutral bounce, roll around, and it's down at the Springfield 46-yard line, where with 5:57 remaining here in the first quarter, the Cougars will put the ball in play. 1st down, 10 yards to go for Springfield. So you're right, Bill. 4 plays, 3 touchdowns. Anybody for 5 and 4 here? I'll be shocked if that happens.
I think everybody will. But it's very possible. It's very possible with the speed that the Springfield Cougars running backs have.
And the up-front blocking to open these gargantuan holes that these guys are running through. TJ Valetti in the backfield. He gets the ball up the middle. Strong run by TJ, crosses midfield into Harriton territory. Gain of about 6. It'll be 2nd and 4 for the Cougars.
I'm sure the Rams are happy about that play.
Hopkins back in the shotgun. Tanner Cole split out to the left. Neville to the right. That's Tanner with the ball. It's incomplete. It'll be 3rd down, 4 yards to go. Well, question for you. When a game gets off to a start like this and gets kind of lopsided pretty early, as a player, is it easy to kind of lose your concentration? I ask that because that play I think would normally have been executed.
I mean, that was a drop pass. You know, I mean, that can happen no matter what the situation is. But, you know, sometimes it gets too easy out there. But I've also seen the opposition give up as well.
Good point. Yep.
Okay, so
that handoff went to Valerio. He went over the left side and then cut back to the right. Moved the ball down to the Harriton 35-yard line, which was plenty enough for another 1st down for Springfield. We're inside 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Looks like Tanner Cole in the backfield this time behind Valetti and quarterback Hopkins. Handoff to Tanner over the right side. He's loose, breaks a couple tackles, breaks another tackle, goes inside the 25-yard line. Good hard running by Tanner Cole there. He showed a lot of lower body strength on that play. Nobody was going to tackle him.
He broke three tackles.
Ball's at the Ram 23. Another first down for Springfield. Something tells me we may not see too many more forward passes on the Springfield side tonight, Bill. Pitch to Valerio around the left side. Cuts in, finds space down the left side for another Springfield touchdown. So 4:05 remaining in the first quarter. It's now Springfield 28, Harriton nothing.
I think another reason why I think you're going to see Springfield just do what they can do this first half is because most of these starters won't see much play in the second half.
Yeah, we should keep our eye on that. We'll probably see a lot of backups.
Yes.
Should be a fun night for a lot of kids at Springfield High School to get some varsity action. There'll be a lot of
homecoming night.
Yep, good point. Look at this. Look at the crowd over there. The Springfield bleachers are packed
once
with
again
Springfield fans. So our points after touchdown are 0 for 3 tonight, with Haverford coming in next week, and we still have Garnet Valley, Radnor, and Strathaven to play. It sure would be nice to kind of figure out the kicking game. We mentioned the schedule, Bill. Next Saturday night, Springfield's here at the football stadium at 7 o'clock. The following Friday night, October the 10th, also at 7 o'clock, the Cougars head up to Lancaster Pike to play the Radnor Raptors. The following Friday night, Cougars are also on the road out at Garnet Valley. That should be a good game.
Yes.
And the regular season ends with what should be a real Donnybrook here at Springfield. The Panthers of Strathaven High School come to visit on Friday night, October 24th. So in the next 4 weeks, 3 of them are Haverford, Garnet Valley, and Strathaven, all contenders for the Central League crown.
Without question.
There should be some great, great high school football games. So once again, the Cougars tee it up. Mike Franks to kick it off. He approaches the ball. It's it down the field, goes out of bounds. That will be a penalty on Springfield. And once again, Harriton will get good starting field position, which is normally helpful, but it becomes even better if you can move the ball, which has been a challenge so far tonight for the Rams. Illegal procedure called on Springfield. Ball's placed down at the Harriton 40-yard line, where it's first down, 10 yards to go for the Rams. Number 15, Jonah Lockwood, is the tailback next to quarterback Fishbein. He goes in motion. That's a backwards pass. He gets it. Once again, outstanding pursuit by Springfield. Tanner Cole once again comes up from his linebacker position. That was great anticipation by Tanner.
Cougars are getting a lot of penetration in there.
Yeah, he came in from that outside linebacker position and was all over that receiver within a yard of him catching the ball. Just great speed, great anticipation by linebacker Tanner Cole. The Cougars have some really, really good two-way football players out there.
They certainly do.
Once again, Fishbein back in the shotgun. It's 2nd and 11 for Harriton. Man in motion. Quarterback draw, pitch to the left side. This time TJ Valetti comes up from his linebacker position. The Cougar linebackers are all over these plays. The line's holding their own, and the linebackers are roaming free, just following the ball. And it's a tremendous defensive effort so far tonight by Springfield.
Real nice play by Valetti. Really nice play.
Loss of another couple yards. It's 3rd and 13 for the Rams. A little confusion in the huddle. Fishbein just looked over to the sideline. Trips right, single receiver left. That's Spencer Havey. Now Harriton's going to call a timeout. So in other action this weekend in the Central League, tonight Lower Merion is visiting Haverford in what could be a pretty interesting game. We'll have to see how Marple Newtown does as they take the bus over to Providence Road over in Wallingford to take on Strathaven. Garnet Valley visits Conestoga. The Pioneers are having a really tough season this year. Radnor goes to Pencrest. And tomorrow morning, over at Upper Darby, the Green Raiders of Ridley High School take on the Royals of Upper Darby. So some more good Central League football action here in addition to our game tonight.
Without question. We got some good teams in the Central League, that's for sure.
Right now, Springfield's the only undefeated team in the Central League. Haverford, Garnet, and Haven have all suffered losses, although Ridley is undefeated. Yeah, they're at the 6A level, but Central League, it's Ridley and Springfield.
Yes.
Tied at the top of the Central League. The Cougars will not play Ridley this year, and we'll explain that in a second. Pass is intercepted by T.J. Valetti. I thought it might be a pick six, but a Harriton man got in there and was able to bring Valetti down inside the Harriton 25-yard line. Nice pick by Valetti.
Nice pick, nice run.
So we've had a lot of questions in the last couple weeks on different websites of why isn't Springfield playing Ridley this year? And the answer is that Springfield plays, when the Central League expanded, there were 12 teams, and that's too many games. So what the league did was they set up a system where the smaller schools, and Springfield's a smaller school. There goes another pass down for a touchdown.
Beautiful play, beautiful play. Nice looking pass.
So that makes it 34-0. Back to the Ridley story. Ridley is a big school. Springfield plays all of the small schools. That's 5 games. And they don't play on a rotating basis 2 of the bigger schools. And this year Ridley happens to be one of them. So every, 4th year, I guess, or 3rd year, we don't play Ridley because of the nature of the league and the small school, big school split. This time the kick is up. And the kick is good. So with 2:02 remaining in the first quarter, that makes the score Springfield 35 and Harriton nothing. Now, I learned something just last year. I assumed that once it got to be 35-0, the running clock rule that the PIAA has would kick in. But I learned last year that will not start until the second half.
Yeah.
So we will have the normal clock management throughout the entire first half, even though Springfield's up by 35 points or more.
Talk to you a little bit about the not playing Ridley, and you got to play X amount of teams in your district. I'm going to go way back to 1990, one of Springfield's all-time best football teams. Went undefeated all throughout the league. And I don't exactly know what division they were in at that particular time, but they did not play enough in their own division. And being undefeated, I think they were like 13-0, and they didn't get picked for the states because they didn't play enough teams in their division. So it's important to play teams in your own class. So. And that goes way back.
It's kind of a shame because a lot of alumni, it's mostly alumni, saying when we play Ridley, that's always the rivalry game. It's been a rivalry for decades and decades. Well, not this year. It's just time marches on.
May see him in the state playoffs. No, we will not.
Now they play at 6A, right?
We will not see Ridley in the state.
We might see Garnet Valley.
Yes.
Garnet Valley dropped down from 6A to 5A this year, which was kind of surprising.
Yeah.
They're not as big a high school as they used to be. There's a good run up the middle.
Yeah.
So Springfield still has its starters on the field. Gain of 5 on that play. It'll be second down, 5 yards to go for the Rams. Fishbein, hand off to Tolbert. Looks over the right side. Too much pursuit by the defensive line and linebackers. Player gets thrown back after a loss of a yard or two. Harriton's not hitting those holes fast enough. But if there's a hole there in the first place.
Yeah, there's not a lot of room there to run inside.
No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd and 5 for Harriton. The Rams do not have a first down yet in this game. Let's see if maybe this is the play where they can move the chains.
You'll probably see a pass play here.
Damon Bailey goes up to the far side. Fishbein, man in motion. A flag on the play. Likely a motion call on Harriton, which it is.
Too many people moving.
You can only have one man in motion at a time, right, Bill?
That's correct.
There were a couple that time, right?
Oh, yeah.
The 5 yards that were gained on first down are given right back. It'll be 3rd and 10. Harriton has faced quite a few 3rd and long situations in this game, which is why it's 35-0 here as we tick down the final 15 seconds of the first quarter. Looks like the Rams are content to let the clock run out. Talk about this 3rd down play in between quarters. That is the end of the first quarter with the score. Your hometown Cougars of Springfield High School 35 and the visiting Rams of Harriton High School 0. Well, the scoreboard says it all, Bill. A complete domination by the Cougars in that first 12 minutes.
Without question, the Cougars offense, the Cougars defense, really playing well. Really playing well. And they just are the better team right now. And, they play well. When the better team plays well, the other team's got trouble. And right now, the Rams have some trouble. So, go Cougars.
So when play resumes, the Rams will have the ball at their own 35-yard line. It'll be 3rd down, 10 yards to go as we start the second quarter of play.
I'm going to turn the mic over to a loyal Cougar fan. I think he graduated, was it 1940? No.
So from one colorful guy to another.
Former neighbor.
Here we go. Moving from Bill Adolph to Stan Johnson. Thanks, Bill. Good job. Harriton's ready to go. Cougar defense coming back on the field. Fishbein in the shotgun. Solomon Tolbert next to him. Junlan Wang is in the slot position. The short pass intended for Damon Bailey misfired. The receiver was actually running back towards the quarterback for that play. I guess they were trying to get some kind of a slant going on that, but it fell incomplete, so now Harriton will be forced to punt one more time. So, Stan, any observations on that first quarter from your vantage point?
a pretty lopsided game for sure. The Springfield offensive line is just overpowering the Rams, particularly the the left side of the Cougar line. They're really playing some awesome football right now. And the other thing that surprises me a bit is the actual team speed. Springfield's team speed is just causing huge headaches for Harriton's defense. They just cannot keep up with our receivers or our running backs. So overall, the excellent blocking of the Cougars' offensive line, and just the overall team speed. The running backs, receivers, linemen. This Springfield looks much quicker off the ball and in the open field than Harriton.
So that was a nice punt by Jacob Bodenkamp, forcing Luke Valerio to call a fair catch. Cougars will start on their own 35-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go for Springfield. Handoff up the middle. Right up the gut.
One player that deserves notice for both his blocking on offense and his play as linebacker on defense was that ball carrier on that play, TJ Valetti. TJ has had a fantastic game already. He has an interception. He's probably rushed for about 35 to 40 yards already. He's just playing a wonderful game. On defense, he's playing linebacker, and he is all over the field. So TJ Valetti is having a very good game today, number 40 for the Cougars.
TJ is the tailback. It's a fake. Around the left side goes Tanner Cole. Breaks a few tackles, in trouble bringing them down. They finally get him down out of bounds, down in Harriton territory, inside the 30.
Nice lead block on that play by TJ Valetti, but that was kind of student body left, like you used to see the old Green Bay Packers do. They pull everybody around and they just overwhelm the defense on that side of the field. And when you have a ball carrier like Cole, who just will not go down, it's very hard to tackle him. You wind up getting a lot of yardage, and that's exactly what happened on that play.
Ball's at the Harriton 27, 1st and 10 for Springfield. Back to pass, short drop, out into the right side. There's Mike Neville. Gets enough for the first down close to the 15-yard line. I'll tell you, Stan, for a sophomore, I've been really impressed with John Hopkins this season. He has poise, makes very few mistakes. He's accurate with his passing. He runs the team really well. He's a good team leader out there. Nice to have a sophomore who can show this kind of maturity at such a young age. Good job so far by John Hopkins.
Well, that's the beautiful thing about this Springfield roster. They've got a number of underclassmen. The TJ Valetti I was talking about, he's a junior. He'll be back next year. The quarterback is a sophomore. He'll be back for 2 more years. This team has a lot of underclassmen getting a lot of valuable minutes.
Valerio on the left side gets headed towards the goal line, stopped just short inside the 5. Now, to your point, Stan, I was looking at our offensive line. We have 2 seniors on each in the tackle positions, Dom Stewart and Mike Franks. But in the middle of the field, we have 3 juniors, Zion Colbreth, number 55, junior Jackson DeConti, the center, number 76, and junior number 53, the right guard, Alex McGinnis. So 3 of the 5 linemen will be coming back next year as well.
The 2 running backs, Tanner Cole and Luke Valerio, are both seniors, but the Springfield team has already showed a wealth of talent at running back.
Handoff up the middle for another Springfield touchdown.
So that puts Springfield into the 40s, 41-0, and we'll see if they can make the point after. As you have pointed out earlier, the kicking game is an area where the Cougars clearly need improvement if they hope to beat some of these tougher teams that they'll be facing later in the season.
So Shane Kilroy in for the PAT. The snap, the hold, the kick. The kick is up, and the kick is no good. It went wide left. So Springfield's 1 for 5 on extra points tonight. And to your point, those points in close games can make a difference. We also noticed last week that Strathaven and Haverford both have really good kickers. They have some place kickers that can easily kick 30, 35-yard field goals. So,
Well, that's nothing unusual for Strathaven. They always have some great soccer players over there, and they've had a great kicking game for as long as that coach has been there. It's good to see Haverford. Haverford started this season as the favorite, and they've loaded up with talent. They've got a very good quarterback, very good running back, one of the best in the Southeast Pennsylvania. So they've got a lot of talent. That game next week is going to be a huge game, and we hope as many of you who are listening to us tonight will try to get out and cheer on the Cougars next week.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Stan, as much as everybody talks about the offense and Liam Taylor over there, they won that game last week against Strathaven with their defense. Their defense is underrated. The Panthers just could not get any open space against the Haverford defense. So it's going to be a great game here next Friday night. Another flag is thrown on that kickoff.
And usually on kickoffs, it's an illegal block on the receiving team.
Exactly what it is. Illegal block. And they'll move it back 10 yards. So what was promising starting field position at the 37 will now be walked off 10 yards back to the 27. We still have 9:58 remaining in the first half.
It's really great that Springfield can participate in the Central League. It's a league that's got some of the best high schools in all of Pennsylvania. You look at Conestoga High School, Strathaven High School, Haverford High School, Garnet Valley High School. These are all very highly rated schools academically and athletically. And Springfield is more than taking their own in these competitions, so it's great.
Harriton ball carrier takes it over the left side. Gain of about 6. Springfield has a number of new players on defense out there. See, Parker Muhlenberg, a sophomore, is on the field with Jaden Ellison-Stewart. Jaden's a senior at the high school. Tommy DeLauro, a freshman, number 51, is out there. Nick Varallo, senior. Caleb Mattis, a good-looking sophomore for the Cougars. So a lot of players are going to see playing time tonight. Handoff around the right side. Ball carrier tries to cut up the field. It's taken down. Might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
We were talking about our underclassmen. The leading tackler on the Cougars, at least coming into this game, was a young man, number 28, Sebastian Simone. And Sebastian is only a sophomore. He's been filling in at linebacker, and he's a ferocious linebacker. I've been watching him tonight. He refuses to be blocked. He will fight off a block in order to get to the ball carrier. He does a very nice job at inside linebacker. So if you can find him on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, try to follow number 28. He's a sophomore, and he's really playing well as a linebacker.
It's 3rd and 5 for Harriton. Handoff up the middle. A little bit of room. Good run by the ball carrier. That's up close to the first down marker. Back in the defensive secondary for Springfield, we have number 1, Tommy Morgan, number 20, Mason Becker, number 22, Tristan Hunchak, and number 23, Mike DePetris. So it looks like an entirely new blue and gold defense for this series, Stan.
It is, and that is the first down for Harriton in the entire ball game. So congratulations to them, and with all of these younger players on the field for Springfield, it's good that Harriton is maybe a little bit more evenly matched at this point.
Hand off to Tolbert, goes around the left side, cuts up, crosses the 40 up to about the 44-yard line.
He demonstrated good patience there. He waited for the hole to open and then darted through it for a gain of 4, maybe 5. Springfield defensive linemen, they've got to learn to plug the holes and keep them plugged, not get pushed out of the way, which is what happened then, and the running back saw the opening and dashed through it.
Give him a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down, 5 yards to go. Another handoff. Good job in there by Caleb Mattis. Caleb's a sophomore, 5'11", 195.
Very solid tackle by Caleb.
Good-looking young player. Caleb got some action over at Upper Darby on Monday.
Actually, a loss of a yard on that play.
So that'll be 3rd and 6 for the Rams. One of the ways you build a program, Stan, I assume, is you try to get the underclassmen as much playing time as possible at the varsity level. So when seniors graduate, you have a number of players with varsity experience, and they know what it's like because they've been there.
Absolutely. And the more minutes you can get them on the field at the varsity game and then at the JV game, the more they can develop as players, and you really begin to learn what they have, what their skills is, and what their internal fire is, and how they will react to a game situation.
Well, it's going to be a motion penalty on Harriton.
Well, they're going to signal offsides on the Cougars.
Wow. I'm surprised at that.
I think they're having second thoughts at this point.
Let's see. Springfield's moving back like it is on them, yeah. Oh, it's a delay of game call. I guess before Springfield jumped, they ran out of time. So 3rd and 5 turns into 3rd and 10. Seems like almost every series the Rams have had a 3rd and long. So number 9, Samoy Manors, goes out to the left. Damon Bailey to the right. Handoff over the left side. That's Jacob Gassner with the ball. He'll gain a couple of yards. Pretty conservative play call at this point.
I'm really surprised they didn't at least try a pass there.
So we're inside 5.5 minutes to go here in the first half.
Looks like they're going for it.
Oh, they're going for it on 4th and 8. Maybe try to draw Springfield offside. Now they'll call a timeout. Springfield almost jumped. They did a hard count. One of the interior linemen of Springfield moved a little bit but never crossed the line of scrimmage, so it was okay.
Yeah, he didn't infringe on the neutral zone, so the refs could not throw a flag. So it brings up a 4th and about 8.
So back to district information. At the 6A level, there's only 2 Central League schools right now in the top 16. They are Haverford, number 5, and Ridley at number 8. Lower Merion's 19, Upper Darby 22, Conestoga 29. Pioneers are 0-5. Tough year for Stoga this season. Now they're going to punt. Kick is away. Hits at the 40. Rolls down into Springfield territory where it'll be marked at the Cougar 33-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go for Springfield. Let's see what the blue and gold do now offensively. See if there's wholesale changes on the offensive side of the ball as well.
It's been interesting to see this Springfield team develop over the course of the season. They have obviously had a great team last year and went to the district finals or the state quarterfinals. This year they had some new players in new positions. Played very well the first few games of the year, but they seem to be playing better and better. Coach Britton and his staff are really bringing this team together.
So Ryan Powers is the new quarterback for the Cougars. Handoff. Goes over the right side.
Gain of about 4 for the Cougars, so they'll have a 2nd and 6. Ball's at the 38-yard line, so good field position for the Cougars.
The tailback is now Mike DePetris. Mike's a sophomore at Springfield High School. There's a handoff to DePetris. He breaks into the clear, crosses the 40 up across midfield. Still fighting, gets down to the Harriton 45-yard line. Good young 10th grader there, Stan, carrying the ball.
Gain of about almost 20 yards, so an excellent ball carry.
Prior to tonight, Mike DePetris has carried the ball 12 times for 92 yards. So he's averaging 7.5, almost 8 yards per carry. And you can see why on that last play. He looks like a good young running back out there, number 23 for the Cougars.
He's over 100 yards for the season now, so that's a nice milestone for him.
Ryan Powers over center. Another handoff to DePetris, breaks a tackle, moves down inside the 35-yard line to about the 34-yard line.
And in front of every good running back is an offensive line that's really opening some holes, and that's what's going on out there. Springfield's almost running at will, getting 8, 9, 10 yards a crack. So it's another first down for the Cougars. Ball at the 34-yard line.
Stan, the up back is number 46. Now the roster I have, not sure who that is. Maybe we can get his name at halftime. He has the ball. There he goes up the center for a good gain of about 8 yards. So Edward Ashbridge is the
up back for
the Cougars, 46. Thank you for that, Stan. Edward Ashbridge. What year, does it say what year he is?
Sophomore.
Ball's down to the Ram 27-yard line.
So the Cougars have 2 sophomores at the running back position right now.
For the most part, Springfield has its starting offensive line in. I wonder if they're trying to control the line of scrimmage and give these running backs a chance to see what it's like. It's a different tailback that time. That was Mason Becker with it, another sophomore at Springfield High School.
He broke a tackle at the second level and almost sprung the run for a touchdown. Very good running effort on his part. Ball marked at the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 15. We're at about 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here in the first half, ladies and gentlemen. So Springfield's trying to get a score here before halftime.
Over the left side, down into the corner of the end zone for the touchdown goes Mike DePetris, which will now make the score Springfield 47, Harriton nothing, with the point after touchdown to be attempted. Okay, the center on the last few plays and also on this kick attempt is Landon Reagan. Landon's a junior at Springfield High School, number 52. So let's see how the snap and the hold and the kick go this time. Another penalty on the Cougars will move it back 5. Nate Thomas, a sophomore, number 48, will attempt this point after touchdown. The snap, the hold, the kick. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So, nice job by the point after touchdown team that time. And that extra point makes it Springfield 48. Harriton nothing, with just over 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. That was interesting the way the coaching staff handled that, Stan. They for the most part, kept the offensive line in the game, but all the skill position people were new players. And I suspect, like I said, maybe they're trying to give them a feel of what, openings look like and give them an opportunity to show that they can see the field and go to the right hole and make the right cuts, and however they're being coached. Probably helps with the first string line in there, at least for that series.
That's probably a lot of their thinking. The other part of their thinking is even though the season is roughly half over, offensive line work takes a lot of timing. And the more of that they can get in game situation, they want to take advantage of that. I don't think you'll see that in the second half, but I'm not surprised that they're keeping the starting line in there in the first half.
Well, that's a good-looking kick by Nate Thomas. Number 48 had a point after touchdown. Was good kickoff. The Harriton man almost broke that. Got up over his 35-yard line. Nice return by the Rams.
A lot of clean jerseys out there on the coverage team for the Cougars. So we have 2 minutes and 3 seconds remaining here in the first half. I don't see any of the starters out there on defense, Don, on the line or in the backfield.
Quarterback Josh Fishbein still in there. Next to him is Solomon Tolbert. He's had most of the running duties tonight for the Rams. Back to pass goes Fishbein. Pass is complete to freshman Damon Bailey. Nice throw and catch. Be a gain of about 6 on the play, maybe 7. Put the ball back at the 44-yard line.
And a nice move after the catch, trying to get open. The Cougars closed on him quickly, but he knew what to do with it once he caught the ball. So it's good to see that from the Rams.
Give him a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4 for Harriton. Fishbein, handoff, Tolbert up the middle, finds a bit of an opening, powers his way up close to midfield. That'll be enough for a first down for the Rams. Harriton's going to have to keep their eye on the clock if they want to get on the scoreboard here before halftime. They only have, they have 2 timeouts remaining, but the clock is running. We're down to 1 minute 14 to go before the break. Fishbein, handoff around the right side. Cougars pursue. Running back crosses midfield.
Nice play by Cougar defensive end number 11, Jaden Ellison Stewart. He was blocked, but he recovered, chased down the ball carrier, and made a nice tackle.
And his friend Tommy Morgan came over and helped out near the end of that play.
Yeah, Tommy's the cornerback, and he came up and made a nice play on that.
Give him a gain of 2. Have an injured player. Well, unfortunately, the starting tailback for Harriton is being helped off the field, Solomon Tolbert. Let's hope he's okay. It'll be 2nd and 8 for the Rams. Clock's moving with 43 seconds to go in the half. Handoff over the left side. Give him a gain of about 3.
On these last 2 series, you're finally seeing the Harriton line get some kind of a push against the second and third string for the Cougars.
Harriton's content to let the clock run. We're down to 10 seconds remaining in the first half. Handoff once again, this time around the right side. Ball carrier breaks 1 tackle. That's Ryan Zhang. Gets a few yards. That'll be the final play of the first half. That's the end of the first half of play with the score. Your hometown Cougars of Springfield High School 48 and the visiting Rams of Harriton High School nothing. Well, Stan, there's not a whole heck of a lot to talk about after a half like that.
No, other than the advantages that Springfield had coming into the game are certainly proving out on the field. Springfield, very good team speed, strong defense, hard-nosed defense this year, good skill players, Tanner Cole, Valerio, those guys, and they just are overwhelming the Harriton Rams. Was predicted to be a somewhat lopsided game, and it's certainly turning out to be that way. Cougars need to learn from this game because they do have some tough competition coming up over the next 5 weeks or 4 weeks. So hopefully the Cougars can benefit from this experience and learn from it, practice some of their skills, and be ready to play a tough game next Saturday night, against Haverford.
So with that, we'll take about a 20-minute break, and we hope you'll join us in about 20 minutes for the second half of Springfield High School football.
time. So an incomplete pass, the clock will run. If there's a score, I think the clock is supposed to run. That depends a bit on the timekeeper at each stadium, but the whole idea is to try to make it as quick as possible so that the team that's losing doesn't have any more points scored on them. The rule in the PIAA is that it doesn't go into effect until the second half. So we should see the running clock here. It did not go into effect in the second quarter. Springfield, by the way, it goes into effect when the team has a 35-point lead. And Springfield now has obviously more than a 35-point lead. So it should be a running clock now for the rest of the contest.
Okay, thank you for that. Number 48, Nate Thomas, a sophomore at Springfield High School, kicks the ball off. Received by Spencer Havey. He carries the ball up over the 30-yard line, close to the 35. Stan, there's been an in-game change here for the Springfield kicking game. Nate Thomas has done a pretty good job. He made an extra point, had a few kickoffs that have done pretty well. Let's see if he might be earning himself a job here tonight.
Yeah, the early part of the game, the Springfield kicking game, left a bit to be desired. The extra points were not going through the uprights, and the kickoffs were not very effective. So it's good to see the progress already made by some changes that the Cougar coaching staff made.
So, to your point, the clock is running. Normally the clock would have been stopped after that kickoff. The tailback is number 2, Ryan Zeng for Harriton. He gets the first carry over the left side. No gain on that play.
I don't think any of the Springfield starters are out there on defense. I think these are all second and third stringers.
Number 70, Jack Parkinson's in the game for the Cougars. Jack is a sophomore at Springfield High School.
And number 11, Jaden Ellison Stewart, is a senior. He's playing left defensive end.
Back to pass. It's intercepted by Springfield. And down into the end zone for the touchdown goes sophomore Mike DePetris. So not only can Mike run the ball, he just did a pick six, Stan. I think we're seeing a young sophomore who has great potential in the program for the next couple of years. Good job by Mike DePetris.
That was a very nice interception and an even better run after the interception. He broke a couple tackles, went right through the Harriton offense and into the end zone. So that takes the score to 54-0. Springfield will attempt the point after.
Let's see how Mr. Thomas does on this one. The snap, the hold, the kick is blocked. So that point after touchdown was no good. Good penetration by Harriton. We'll never know how good that kick would have been because the defenders were all over the kicker before he could get the ball up into the air. So the score will remain 54-0 with 10 minutes, 37 seconds to go in the third quarter. And Stan, I guess to answer the question you raised, the clock is stopped now. So at least on the Cougar field, after a score, that's one of the few times that the clock will not run here in the second half. We do have some halftime scores from around the Central League, 2 of them to be precise. At halftime, Pencrest is leading Radnor 14-0. And in a game that some predicted might be relatively close, Strathaven is up 21-3 over the Tigers of Marple Newtown High School at the half. Kickoff's down the center of the field. Goes past the receiver. He picks it up. Turns around. Crosses the 10, 15 to the 20. And gets taken down just across his 20-yard line.
Gang tackled there by a host of Cougars.
That was Spencer Havey on the return.
So Harriton will put it in play 1st and 10 at their own 20. Not real good field position.
Now, here again, after the kickoff, the clock runs.
And we're already at the 10-minute mark. Number 18 continues at quarterback for the Rams, Josh Fishbein.
See if Harriton keeps their conservative game plan in place. Handoff around the right side. Player cuts up, gains a few yards. That's Ryan Zhang. Gets about 2 on the play, up to the 24-yard line, or it'll be 2nd down, 8 yards to go for the Rams.
Nice play on that play by Parker Muhlenberg, a linebacker, a sophomore linebacker from Springfield.
They put the ball down at the 23-yard line.
Parker fought his way through the block and made a nice solid tackle. His linebacker partner is Tommy Sheehan, also a sophomore.
2nd and 8 for the Rams. Back to pass, short pass. Thrown low. Intended receiver was Jonah Lockwood for Harriton.
It brings up 3rd and 8 for the Rams.
And the clock rolls. Handoff over the left side. Good job by the right side of the Cougar defensive line. Give the runner a gain of 3. It'll be 4th and 6. And once again, Jacob Bodekamp will go back to punt for Harriton.
That defensive effort for the Cougars was again led by the linebacker, number 24, Parker Muhlenberg.
So back for the Cougars is Tristan Hunchak and Mike DePetris. DePetris on the near side. That's Hunchak with it. Crosses midfield, gets down to the Harriton 45-yard line, where it'll be 1st down, 10 yards to go for the Cougars.
Nice return out there. That's a situation that sometimes results in a fumble where you make the catch and the defense is on you right away. The coverage team is on you right away.
Or you play it too conservatively, you let the ball hit the ground, then it rolls 20 yards downfield. He made that catch in traffic without a fair catch and then got a few yards after that. So you're right, Stan. Gave Springfield good field position. Good job by Hunchak. Ryan Powers over center. Handoff over the right side for a good gain. That's Edward Ashbridge for the blue and gold. That'll be enough for the 1st down.
You could just see the surge of the Cougar offensive line on that. He did a nice job as a ball carrier, but he had a lot of great blocking up in front of him. And the surge just carried the Ram defensive line back about 5 yards.
Ball carrier goes over the left side for a short gain.
I think there's a flag on the field. Looks like it was a holding penalty. 10 yards walked off against the Cougars. So the ball's at the 44-yard line, 1st and 20.
Counterplay. Ball carrier cuts up the middle of the field and is hit by a couple of Harriton players.
That ball carrier was Mason Becker.
Yep.
for the Cougars. Good defense there by the Rams. They stayed home and they were not confused or drawn by the misdirection. They were able to make the tackle.
That was a good job by the Harriton defense on that play. The offensive line for Springfield right now is freshman Tommy DeLauro, number 51, junior Landon Reagan, number 52, junior number 58 Stephen Bush, sophomore number 70 Jack Parkinson, and freshman number 78 Franco Biuno. So the Cougars have 2 freshmen on the offensive line right now, Stan. That's pretty exciting.
And both tackles.
Nice catch and run after the catch.
Excellent run after the catch.
That was Bobby Valetti. He's a sophomore, younger brother of TJ, right, Stan?
I don't know. I guess he may be. Valetti is not that common of a name, so maybe it is.
Let's see what the Cougars do here from the Ram 40. Looks like they're going to go for it on 4th and 6. See if Ryan Powers tries to get another forward pass down the field for the first down. Nope, it's going to be a running play. Cougar player goes up the middle and is stopped short of the first down marker. That will result in a turnover on downs at the Ram 26-yard line. It'll be first down, 10 yards to go for Harriton. We only have 3:23 remaining in the third quarter. So as we anticipated midway through the first half, Stan, we have a lot of young Springfield Cougar players who practice hard all week, learn from their more experienced friends, but now they're on the field for quite a few minutes. This has got to be a lot of fun for these guys.
Absolutely. The only time they get to play normally is a JV game, which is played on the Mondays. But this is great for them to be on the varsity field in front of a lot of their friends and fellow schoolmates. This is great stuff for young players.
Nothing like it. Quarterback draw, pitches. Nice pitch around the right side. Good run, pitch, and run on that play by Harriton. That was Ben Krebs with the ball the second time. The quarterback had it for the first few yards. Gain gets it up to the 48-yard line where it's first down, 10 yards to go for Harriton.
I think that is the longest play from scrimmage of the entire evening for the Rams.
I was just thinking the same thing, Stan.
So congratulations to them. Let's see if they can put a couple more of these together.
So at the 38-yard line. Back in the shotgun. Quarterback pitches to the left. It's time to Lockwood. Goes down the left side, crosses up to the middle of the field, gets the ball up near midfield, and the Rams have a drive going, Stan.
Second consecutive first down. We are about 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Ball right at midfield. Rams with a 1st and 10 at the Cougar 50-yard line.
Got to give the Ram players a lot of credit. They're still working hard out there despite the scoreboard. Hustling on every play. Another handoff over the right side. That was Ryan Zhang, met by a host of Cougars.
Now that one, the Cougar defensive line did not get pushed back at all. They held their ground, and maybe a gain of a yard on the play.
Bottom of the pile for Springfield that time were number 12, Jamar Neal, a sophomore, and number 27, Jamie Taylor, also a sophomore. So even more Springfield Cougar football players are getting on the field now. Pitch, ball's loose on the field. Liam Cloud, a sophomore, playing for Springfield.
Springfield makes the recovery.
The Cougars got the recovery. So just as we thought Harriton might be getting some momentum and get some points on the board, They commit a turnover.
Chase Christie, a sophomore defensive lineman, makes the recovery.
Good job by Springfield. That will be the final play of the third quarter. So at the end of 3 quarters of play, the score is your hometown Cougars of Springfield 54 and the visiting Rams of Harriton High School nothing. Well, Stan, I would say that third quarter was more competitive than the first half, but on balance, Springfield still seemed to control play a little bit more.
Very definitely, and it does come down to the line of scrimmage, offensive line, defensive line, and Springfield still has the advantage, although we are seeing some signs of life from Harriton. To their credit, they're not giving up, but you got to remember that these are mostly second and third stringers for Springfield, and they're playing toe-to-toe with the Rams, many of them still their starters. So it's a good sign for the future of football here at Springfield that they can go this deep on the bench and still stand toe-to-toe with a Central League varsity. Springfield will have the ball at the Rams' 46-yard line, 1st and 10.
Sophomore Aiden Carter, number 25, is the tailback. At a last-second run-on, Edward Ashbridge came out to play the up-back. There goes Taylor. Aiden carries the ball for about 6 yards down across the 45, close to the 40. Aiden Carter is 5'10", 165-pound sophomore at Springfield High School. Showed some pretty good moves on that play.
There wasn't a big hole there, and he made that out of nothing. He gained a good solid 5 yards.
He looks a little bit bigger than what the numbers on our score sheet say. Ashbridge in front of Carter.
Ashbridge on the carry.
Knocks over one guy, keeps going.
Ashbridge is also a sophomore at Springfield High School.
He showed a little brute force there, Stan. He just knocked one kid right over.
Just did not want to go down.
So it'll be 3rd and 1 for the Cougars.
And some of that, you can't coach that. That's just internal fortitude that the kids have, and they're demonstrating it here.
Yep. No doubt about it. Aiden Carter, tailback. Ashbridge, the up back.
3rd and 1 inside the Rams' 40-yard line.
Nice job by Carter to get the first down.
Good straight-ahead blocking there by the Cougars on the right side. Carter followed the fullback and the line and got 3 tough yards, enough for 1st down.
The new quarterback in for Springfield is number 16, Nathan DeBlasi. Nathan, a freshman at the high school. DeBlasi over center. Rolls left, breaks up the center of the field, gets hit, knocks that guy off. Good job by DeBlasi. That was a tough run by the freshman. Gets a tough 3 yards on that play.
Yeah, that was a pass play, but the protection broke down, so he had to scramble. Fought hard and gained about 3 yards. So 2nd and 7 for the Cougars. Ball at the Rams' 32-yard line.
Aiden Carter, the tailback. Ashbridge tailback. There goes Carter. Breaks the first tackle. Keeps moving down towards the 20-yard line. Goes sophomore Aiden Carter for the Cougars. So we have 8:29 remaining in the game. Ball's put down right at the Harriton 20-yard line, where it's first down, 10 yards to go for Springfield. Stan, this offensive unit's looking pretty good out there.
We've just been informed that we've been giving a wrong player's name. Number 23 for the Rams. His name is actually Marshall DeFuria. We apologize for having that name incorrect. It was on the program that we were given tonight. So we do apologize. We had been introducing that player as Jilang Wang, and
Marshall DeFuria, number 23 for the Harriton Rams.
So we apologize about that. And if he carries the ball again, we will make sure we get the name correct this time.
Today's game is sponsored by Springfield High School's football sport. A. John Green Regional. Please consider A. John Green Regional.
There's a timeout on the field. So I guess official timeouts or any team timeout does stop the clock. When play resumes, the ball will be at the Ram 20-yard line. First and 10 for the Cougars.
It looks like the Rams player, number 17, Solomon Tolbert, he's still limping on the sideline, so he may not be returning to action.
De Blasio over center. Good play by the Harriton defender. That's number 56 for the Rams. Good job by Lucas Chow. Came in and put Aiden Carter down. Good low tackle by Chow on that play. Results in a loss of a yard. It'll be second down, 11 yards to go for Springfield. Back to pass goes to Blasi, out into the flat. Ball's brought in. Nice tackle on the play by Spencer Havey. The receiver for Springfield was Tristan Hunchak. Nice throw by de Blasi.
Tristan is a junior at the high school. A nice catch and run after the catch.
That play results in a first down for Springfield.
It's a first and goal right at the 10-yard line.
Ashbridge the up back, Carter the tailback. Hand off to Carter, goes around the left side, finds an opening, gets down near the goal line. He did a good job following his blockers there, Stan.
He did.
Young man looks like a good running back.
And the blocking was really good. He followed his tailback and his fullback, and boy, it looked good.
That'll make it second and goal just outside the 1-yard line. See what they do with this one. Ashbridge. Carter. Hand off to the up back. Ashbridge, he goes in for the score.
Untouched into the end zone.
So with 5:50 remaining in tonight's game, the Cougars are once again on the board with the point after touchdown to be attempted.
Great blocking by the interior of the Cougar line. Right guard, center. Really nice job. He went into the end zone untouched. Great job.
Springfield's number 30, a sophomore, Rohan Sparks, was in on that play. Looks like Cougars are going to be lining up to go for two here. Nope, they're going to try the kick.
No, it's a...
Now it's a two-point conversion attempt. You're right. Quarterback sneak. A little bit of a tush-push play there. It did not work. That two-point conversion fails. So with 5:50 to go in the game, that makes the score Springfield 60 and Harriton nothing. So once again, the next game for Springfield is a home game next Saturday night. Emphasis Saturday evening, October the 4th at 7 o'clock here at Cougar Stadium against the Fords of Haverford. Haverford's one of 4 or 5 teams with a chance for the Central League crown this year. They were the preseason favorite for many of the prognosticators. They were upset by Pencrest, so they do have a loss on their schedule, but they came right back and defeated Strathaven last week, 10-6 over at Haverford. So that should be an excellent high school football game. Last year's leading rusher in the league, Liam Taylor, is back for the Fords. So the Cougar defense is going to have all they can handle next Saturday night when Haverford comes to town. Good kickoff. Ball carrier goes up the middle, crosses the 35, gets it up close to the 40. That was Spencer Havey with the ball for the Rams. The ball is going to be placed down at the Ram 38-yard line, where it'll be first down, 10 yards to go for Harriton. Actually, they're putting it up near the 40.
Yeah, that was a nice return by the Rams. Good blocking, and the ball carrier just sprinted with the ball.
Good field position for the Rams. Empty backfield.
Under 5 minutes now remaining in the contest.
Josh Fishbein back in the shotgun. Trips left. 2 receivers right. Man in motion. Handoff to the man in the middle. It's a fake. Fishbein up the middle. Good play by the Rams. Fishbein crosses midfield into Springfield territory at the 49. That'll be an 11-yard gain for the Rams. A little bit of razzle-dazzle there, Stan, showing an aggressive 5-receiver set, and the quarterback ends up running the football.
And I think that was a called quarterback carry. It was a little deception. Springfield defense was ready for a pass play, and they got 11 yards on the ground out of it.
They spread the defense nicely there, and Fishbein was able to weave and bob through some open spaces for giving him a 10-yard gain. Still enough for the first down. I think the Rams' deepest penetration in the game tonight has been to what, about the Springfield 40, 45-yard line? Something
Correct.
Like that?
Yep. Have not gotten into the red zone at all.
Fishbein in the shotgun. Back to pass. Throwing deep down, wide open. Oh, the man was open. That was Rashawn Peak Tap. He was 5 yards behind the Cougar defense, but the pass was overthrown. That was a well-conceived play. Everything went right on that one except for the forward pass, which was 4 or 5 yards too long. Sometimes, Stan, I guess at every level, quarterbacks, when they see somebody that open, there's this instant shot of excitement and adrenaline, and your arm just throws the ball too far. Even at the NFL level, you see plays like that.
Absolutely. The Cougar defender was Anthony Staples, number 31, a junior at the high school.
Fishbein in the shotgun. In motion goes Havey. He gets the ball, crosses the 45, gets close to the 40, gets knocked down around the 41 or 42. Another good play by the Rams.
Good play by the Cougar defense, too. Those kind of quick out passes are not easy to defend.
Give them 9 yards down to the Springfield 41-yard line, where it'll be 3rd and 1 for Harriton. We're down to 2:19. Rams don't seem like they're too interested in stopping the clock, so it's going to take a big play here for Harriton to get on the board.
We're almost exactly 2 minutes left in the game, ladies and gentlemen.
Fishbein, 2-step drop, short pass, gathered in by Havey.
Tackle on that play again by Anthony Staples.
Nice job by Staples to coming up from the corner.
That's enough for a Rams first down. This may be the deepest penetration by the Rams into the Cougars.
The ball is out the Springfield 39-yard line.
Minute and a half remaining.
Springfield playing a semi-prevent. The safety and the two corners are about 15 yards off the ball right now.
Only 3 down linemen right now.
Fishbein. Another quarterback draw. Center of the field's wide open. There goes Fishbein going down the field for the touchdown. Quarterback Josh Fishbein on a 39-yard scamper over the left side for the score. So the Rams get on the board with 1 minute 3 seconds remaining in tonight's game. And Joden Bodenkamp is trotting on the field to attempt the point after touchdown. Out of the hold of Charlie Gall. Bodenkamp is a left-footed kicker. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 1 minute 3 remaining, that makes the score Springfield 60 and Harriton 7. Stan, give credit on that play to the holder. The snap was high. He went up and got it, and he brought it down quickly to maintain the timing of the play. And then Bodenkamp easily kicked the ball between the uprights. Nice job by the special teams of the Harriton Rams.
Yeah, and that would have been good from 15, 20 yards further out. He put his foot into it, even though the timing wasn't perfect with the bad snap, but nice job by the Rams. And you got to give them credit. I mean, they've been battling to even just get a score against the Cougars. It's a accomplishment.
And they keep on fighting.
Absolutely.
Which says a lot. So good for the Rams.
1 minute and 3 seconds showing on the clock.
So after the Haverford game next Saturday night, the Cougars have 2 road games. Friday, October 10th, out at Radnor at 7 o'clock. The following Friday, the 17th, at Garnet Valley. And then the final game of the regular season will be here at Springfield High School on Friday, October 24th at 7 o'clock against the always tough Panthers of Strathaven High School. Stan, we got some real tough football coming Springfield's way over the next month. But what a great way to end what's been so far an outstanding season for the Blue and Gold.
Assuming this result doesn't change, Springfield has a 6-0 record, which is a great accomplishment.
Squib kick. Ball's loose. And it looks like Harriton's going to recover it. That was the Bill Adolph. It's tough to pick up a rolling football play. He's exactly right. In that case, it hurt the Cougars. Ball bounced right off the Springfield player and went right back towards Harriton as they came running down to make the tackle. And here's the football rolling their way. It's a relatively easy recovery for the Rams. So the Rams offense will go back out on the field one more time. Try to get their second score of the night. Although the clock is moving, we're down to 30 seconds. 5 receivers. Back to pass goes Fishbein. Throws it over the middle. It's incomplete. That will probably be the final play of the game as the clock ticks down under 15 seconds.
They're going to try to get another playoff. Let's see if they do it.
Yeah, we'll see. They want to keep playing football. I don't think they're going to do it. That's the end of tonight's game with the final score. Your hometown Cougars of Springfield 60 and the visiting Rams of Harriton High School 7. So, Stan, we kind of anticipated a challenge here for Harriton coming to Springfield tonight, and indeed that is what happened here at Springfield High School.
Yeah, pretty lopsided score, running clock to avoid any further embarrassment. But you got to give it to the Rams. They battled, they came back, they got the final score of the contest, so more power to them. We wish them much success in the rest of the season. As Don has outlined, Springfield has some huge games coming up. Next Saturday night against Haverford. We hope all of you watching can come out and watch it. It should be a great game here at the stadium. And then they have some great games coming up against Garnet Valley. And then the final game of the season, which will probably determine seeds in the state tournament, the District 1 tournament between Springfield and Strathaven. So we ask for your support, ladies and gentlemen. We hope you'll come out and cheer on the team. And if you can't, we will do our very best to bring you these on television. So thank you for tuning in. And I'll turn it over to our host and play-by-play, Don Cadge.
So with that, everyone, it's a wrap. Once again, the final score from Springfield High School. Your hometown Cougars of Springfield 60. The visiting Rams of Harriton High School 7. On behalf of color commentators Bill Adolph and Stan Johnson, my name's Don Cadge. It's been our pleasure to bring you tonight's game. We thank you for watching, and let's go Cougars.
Well, not yet.
In a way, those games are the toughest to broadcast.
Oh, yeah.
Because you got, what are you going to say? I do like the